We're now docked at Eridonis's luxury landing pad.
Oh, Captain, it's beautiful up here. Could we get more jobs like this one?
Hello, hello, hello there. Hope your atmospheric and sublight salvage and shipping underground. I'm the Grand Colonial Head Bellhop. I'm here to grab your bag. I can try. I was the one who found Helen's body. Helen was supposed to host the unveiling for Rizzo's newest products. Helen's death has been a shock for me. Hell, even
Hey, Black Hole Birdie may be a savage.
I still don't understand why anyone would have it in for...
folks get heated when it comes to cereal. Not particularly, but I think some folks were jealous of her success. Why, she was a natural. She ended up about as famous and high-runged as your average VP, which... Let's see here. Oh, I already spoke briefly about the Spectrum unveil. You bet it was. Rizzo's rented out the ballroom in the hotel. Rizzo's ain't unveiled the product since the debut of Spectrum Ultraviolet. Invisible. Anyway, I think I've held you up long enough. Once you're ready... You're certain? All right, then.
Listen, I understand the lockdown.
Greetings, Inspector. No need to check in here. Your paperwork has all been processed. You should be able to find the Colonial right ahead.
Oh my stars. This is the hotel? I only ever seen a place like this in periodicals. Or that one episode of Agent Khan.
Move along.
someone so famous as Halcyon Helen could meet a fate like this.
It really is a terrible shame. I absolutely adored her cereals.
Ooh, feels like I'm breathing rich people.
The murder has inflicted severe emotional trauma on me. I demand a room upgrade.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but while the hotel is an active crime scene, I regret to inform you that all new bookings, room upgrades, room downgrades, and in-room massages are Oh, you're the special inspector. Mr. Kincannon warned me you'd be checking in soon. Why, you? Oh, Mr. Kincannon. He runs all sublet underground operations in the Eridanus atmosphere. But he keeps his office down in the warehouse district, near the docks. If you should require... While you're here, Inspector. Oh, the ballroom's right behind the tower elevators. Swing... The Grand Colonial front desk warmly welcome. How may I be... Of course. Allow me to just... You'll be staying in our luxurious penthouse suite, vacated just recently. I'm sure it'll be ready for you by the time you've examined the crime scene. Oh, the ballroom's right behind the tower elevators. Swing a left or a right.
Welcome to the Grand Colonial. Please make yourself at...
Black Hole Bertie's disappeared, you know. That poor fellow must be inconsolable.
Oh, come on. Why is the lounge closed? I wanted brunch.
Clever.
What the? I was going to wash my hands, I swear. You know, I never imagined Spencer Woolridge would outlive Halcyon Helen.
I did not read about this kind of treatment in the service agreement papers.
I'll bet you 10 bits this is all just some sort of publicity stunt.
If you have an issue with the hotel...
I knew I should have gotten her autograph when I had the chance.
Why is everybody staring? Didn't nobody teach them to respect the dead? Oh gosh, is that Miss Helen? Can we see?
Oh, thank the law. Inspector, you don't know how relieved I am to see you. Constable Maria Keene. It's good to meet you in person, Inspector.
Dr. Goodnight. Ecstatic to make your various acquaintances and so on? Are we finished with the pleasantries? There's something I'm excited to show you. What body? Oh, that. Goodness, no. This is far more interesting than Halcyon Helen's...
Our coroner has developed a device which may prove useful in your investigation.
Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you. Oh, please. You make it sound... Behold, my discrepancy amplifier. Hold it in your hands. Feel the way it hums without a... I work with the materials to which I have access. Halcyon has no shortage of rifles. The discrepancy amplifier uses a deterministic model of our universe to detect the discrepancy between what should be and what actually is. Then it renders any discrepancies visible by using the power of magnification. Yes. It's a magnifying glass, but an extraordinarily powerful one.
I'm contractually prohibited from endorsing off-brand technology, but you'll want to peer into the amplifier and examine...
This unit has detected a discrepancy related to Halcyon Helen. Unscheduled expiration of. Begin amplification. The discrepancy amplifier has been programmed with advanced speech recognition.
Oh, you'll love this. Amplifier, tell the
Please do not interrupt the discrepancy amplifier. The discrepancy amplifier is programmed to take instructions.
How curious. I must have set its impertinence levels to...
This unit's features include an automated personality simulator. This unit has been... This footprint stands out from the normally spotless floor of the grand ballroom. Typically, the ballroom is cleaned twice daily, which means this must have been made by either Helen. Footprint is a tailor-made 8.75, suggesting that its owner was very It is also the exact size that Halcyon Helen typically prefers. There are traces of dirt throughout the footprint. The dirt carries traces of fertilizer, as well as the faint signs of grass, fertilizer, and purpleberries can all be found in the purpleberry orchards, located not far from the... This deduction appears...
Good work, Inspector. I had a feeling we'd make some progress once we brought you onto the case. You'll need Administrator Ludovico to grant you access to the orchards. Contact him through the secure access terminal in your penthouse suite. Check in with the concierge. Your room should be ready by now.
Captain, please show a little respect.
This is a bottle of unreleased Rizzo's product. Helen appears to have attempted to use it to spell something as she expired, but all she managed was a sticky bee. Rizzo's Spectrum Brown has not yet been released for consumption. Spectrum Brown was scheduled to be... Now calculating likelihood of Halcyon Helen. Low to moderate likely.
I was wondering about that. Before we arrived, I heard something on the aether waves about Black...
Correct. Bertie Black Hole Holcomb is a registered... Accessing guest. The Grand Colonial Hotel is proud to serve the following VIPs. This evidence has been recorded for later reference. Now generated.
How awful! I left my favorite jacket.
The Grand Colonial Front Desk warmly welcomes you, Inspector. How may I be... My apologies, Inspector, but that would be... All right, my supervisor just walked out of earshot. Some folks just don't understand. About whom? And what... You know, out of everyone here, I'm not much of an aether wave watcher. And Helen always had a crowd of admirers chasing her, you see? So she... Now that you mention it, she was usually calm and collected, but it seemed as if she was determined about something. Or maybe she was just... Bertie. Is he bigger than he is dumb, or dumber than he is big? I have a bet with a friend. Birdie used to be Helen's beau, though he isn't anymore, and not just because she's dead. If I had 1,000,000 bits, I'd... If looks could kill, he'd have put her in the ground 10 times over. See, I'd bet we're the only two people thinking about him in all of Eridano. If you leave woolly cow milk out, it turns to curds. Leave the curds out, either he's in denial or he knew Helen would be checking out soon, judging. That's a shame. Then I guess we'll have to see if you find myself and all of the... Ah yes, we are most pleased to offer you our grandest of grand accommodation. The last guest left her belongings behind when she vacated unexpectedly, so we needed a little time to tidy the suite up for you.
Hello there, my inordinately esteemed guest. If my hello were any more earnest, this loudspeaker would authorize... Next stop.
I'm gonna nick a few towels. They won't notice.
I do love all the wall space. So much room for trophies.
You think June Light would like this place? Oh, probably not. I don't think she cares much for corporate comforts.
Sam's Special Inspector add-on includes a magnifying glass to sleuth out the germs and parasites that other cleaning products leave behind.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. The imprint left inside this suitcase matches the silhouette of Halcyon Helen's iconic handgun, the Needler. The weapon was recently removed.
I sometimes find myself musing on who I used to think I was. It seems ridiculous in hindsight, but without my obsession, I never would have reached this point.
Inspector, I understand you've visited the scene of the crime. Halcyon Helen was an important cultural... Halcyon Helen was more than a character. She was a brand. Her death will now be associated... I do not speak... Back to the matter at hand. Tell... Your discretion is appreciated, I admit. Here, I'm granting you access through the gates to the orchards. You're officially authorized to see this investigation through. There is one caveat. Cedric's being rather intransigent about letting you into the spaceport. I agree with the sentiment behind your snide remark. Unfortunately, you have a lead.
Hi there, Inspector. It might be a little beyond my job description to ask, but at my... Now, I'd love... Oh, so sorry. But what authorized... To the lobby we go. What floor would you... To the lobby.
You know, of all the places we've been, this is the... This whole complex, I mean. They've got gainful employment, a wilder... Maybe after the dust settles, they could shore up some holes and be an example to...
Finally checked in, I see. I hope you're fond of the penthouse. It's pretty much the best seat in the whole hotel. You shouldn't want for any amenity you might find out. Should act as a better headquarters for the investigation than any space dust covered ship. You ever need anything, come find me. Even if... Notice my battle-hardened physique, have you? Used to be in a mighty mean line of work. Been shot at. But to be honest, I never really enjoyed it, you know. It's one... When this position came up, I jumped on it and made a lateral move. Now...
With Halcyon Helen gone,
Oof, is that woolly cow shit? Did a woolly cow drown in here?
Excuse me. The pool plaza is currently closed to guests. Oh, you're that inspector. Right. Sorry, but the pool's currently closed on account of it stinking worse than my boss. What can I do for you? Space me if I knew. I got here for my shift this morning and found it this way. They can't yell at me for this. Gee, you're pretty sharp. Yeah, the reception party would have extended out here, but we had to... Can't do much now but wait for the stench to wear off. We found the individual hired to clean face down in a puddle of his own... all right. You may want to visit the sun parlor. That's where that Rizzo's fool mixed the... Oh, and you could talk to Lily, my boss. She probably has some great advice. I saw her... Now, anything...
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Analysis reveals the chemical signature of this compound is 80% semblant of fertilizer used in the purpleberry orchards. The other 20% is semblant of pool water.
A sudden death knockout court. It's pretty much just tossball for folks who don't want to get their hands dirty. Done and done.
Here they come.
Pull it up! Get it off! Get it off!
That's the last of them.
Raptidons on the hotel grounds. Somehow that don't surprise me.
I saw you meander on out of the pool and into the greenhouse. Now you're here. Does that mean what I think it means? Might mean that you can be trusted. Maybe not. Maybe I just want Rizzo's working relation. But you're right. It ain't high profile. And it ain't gotta be. You ain't gotta concern yourself with my spite. Consider me an average Byzantine? That's great to hear. Or grand. There's a chemical mixing machine in the greenhouse that has more than a few volatile chemicals. Dump the mix into the pool, then find somebody in Slug and tell them you did it for Rizzo's. That'll get those damn bastards into some red water. They're getting a tad too cozy with your friendly neighborhood slugs. Personally, I don't think we're going far enough. Rizzo's is all smiling gun hands and up. If you're worried about this hurting your relationship with Slug, I wouldn't. The guard's thicker than the shit in that pool. This here's a messy business, friend. And when it comes to messy businesses, the rule's always the same. Spacer's choice didn't ruin anything. Rizzo's did. And ain't... Dandy.
Oh, thanks a million, Inspector. The smell cleared right up. Lawn, a couple of... Of course, we're not gonna get a follow-up shipment for the water anytime soon. I got a little something for making my job that much less miserable. It's the key to... I guess I can spare a few bits, and I gotta get back to it if you...
Something must have gotten lost between you and me. I seem to recall... Huh. That kind of language is fit to make a fella sit up a little straighter. Even if you take your ill-gotten bits and my begrudging respect. I don't think the two of us have more to say to each other.